What do you think is the single greatest photograph in history? The photo of Bruce McCandless floating untethered in space. https www.nasa.gov Sites Default Files Images 601259 Main Jetpack Full.jpg https www.nasa.gov Astronaut Profiles McCandless Pale Blue. https www.jpl.nasa.gov Space Images Images Large Size of P00452 Hires.jpg Zbigniew Religa after first 24 hours heart transplant operation https pbs.twim.comediasvidrobx93.jpg The patient outlived him. https hmeet.bigpixel.cn From Group Messages app installed 0. This is the single highest resolution picture that has ever been shot. Looked at this for hours, just searching for something new to discover. Edit. Love looking at the hilarious things you guys found. Hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Thanks for that. For me it's this https upload.wikimedia.org Wikipedia Commons 77 a Tumblr Snapper Patrix Maury cancel.jpg Picture of a nuclear blast a fraction of a second after it detonated, by Harold Eugene Edgerton Edit, got time frame wrong. The Priest and the Dying Soldier https://3.bp.blogspot.com 6wqfb Yatsawasa 1 ysl Hizkasamayago 2 Kirka 71 Wot BCO4Z3 Hicksik Clups 1600 Aid from Padre 1.jpg by Rondon Lavera Saturn https photojournal.jpl.nasa.gov JPEG P08329.jpg The Earth is visible too. The bright spot on the left, that's us. This is the modern equivalent of the pale blue dot. It's two photographs, but together they tell a story. Here https://4.bp.blogspot.com Psvnhediokvib 1p3y Nialsmub 33 Apek 69 Jilno 0 Now 6 Eklub 1600 Isofgategabels 1.jpg is Joseph Goebbels at the 1933 League of Nations. Here https://4.bp.blogspot.com 3u7 swa 9 niadvib 1 Ritzrilia Altsk Cieta 7 vkis 2 oi 9 Fizyongkis Klub 1600 Isofgategabels.jpg He is a few minutes later, after finding out the photographer was Jewish. Edit. The photographer was Alfred Eisenstadt, who also took the famous VJ Day in Times Square picture. He lived until 1995. And was still working in his 90s. General Win shooting a Viet Cong prisoner https upload.wikimedia.org Wikipedia no execution of Guy %E 1% BB %85 NV %C4% 83 NL %C3% A9M.jpg, not only for its shocking portrayal of the harshness of war, but also for teaching us a lesson in learning the context behind the photo. The prisoner was caught cutting the throats of a South Vietnamese officer and his family, who were close friends of General Win, and the general shot him in vengeance. Eddie Adams, the photographer, even said photos are only half-truths and that they don't always explain the events that led to the moment. Adams would regret taking the Pulitzer Prize-winning photo, especially after the general received hate messages from those incensed at the photo's content. 9,000 bodies etched into the sand in Normandy to remember the lives lost on D-Day, https m.imgur.com xvev9cq, edit. The art installation is called The Fallen, created by Sandin Uri if anyone was curious. https upload.wikimedia.org Wikipedia Commons 880 Cannibalism during Russian famine 1921.jpg NSFL A mother and father having to sell their butchered children, during 1920s Russia. First time a photograph shook me. Pillars of Creation http time.com 3655056 Pillars of Creation photo NASA edit. UCL6 painted an awesome one. https www.deviantart.com Daniel Dena 169 Art Pillars of Creation 5536500273 The Vulture and the Little Girl https 4.thinkpic.com Omegas RPX1 9 XPSA 5 HSR 1-7.jpg gets me every time. If you ever get a chance to read the story behind this photograph, you should. Heartbreaking. When Belgian King Leopold II ruled the Congo, he killed 10 million people and did things like cut off their hands, feet, and genitals. Here's a picture of a father looking at the hand and foot of his 5-year-old daughter for failing to meet her rubber quota. https://4.bp.blogspot.com Zmkvkakavir v2il Huk Forge Humana A2L7WFFF8 The size 1600 Kung Hans 1904.jpg This photograph of presumably the last Atlas Lion https www.google.com/apswu.researchgate.net Figure a lion seen in the Atlas Mountains during a flight on the Casablanca-Dakar Air Route Fig 12360222631 amp. The Death of an Iraqi Soldier, Highway of Death, 1991 https rarehistoricalphotos.com Don't photograph people like Mom will think war CTV Gulf War 1991 by Ken Jareski If I don't photograph this, people like my mom will think war is what they see on TV Edit, NSFL. Big J. McNeely, Los Angeles Olympic Auditorium, 1951 https i.imgur.com ild4ps.jpg by Bob Willoughby Edit, thanks for the silver. More info. It doesn't seem that the name of the song was documented while this photo was taken. But his audience reacted this way commonly during his performances. In his La Times obituary https www.latimescom.cdn.amproject.org fswu.latimes.com Entertainment Music Light MS Big J McNeely Obituary 201809117 Story.html AmpGSV 2 AmpGSA 1 Output EPIMPUSK 331 AKIKAFIAC %3D %3D hash refer %3A% 2F% 2F www.google.com from %20% 251% 24 samp share %3A% 2F% 2F www.latimes.com %2F entertainment %2F music %2 flaw at MS Big J McNeely Obituary 201809117 Story.html They quote a 1952 review of his concert, that he turned the event into a veritable hepcat jive orgy when he came off the stage into the audience. In 2009, John Willoughby, the photographer said of McNeely https www.jazzwax.com 200907 Photo Story for jmcneely.html Big J stood in the middle of what normally would be the fight ring, playing his heart out and the crowd was exploding around him. He created some sort of resonance with the audience. In some weird way, he seemed to be playing them. A lot of the best ones have already been linked here, so I want to share one of my favorites, this photo of a priest during the 2014 Ukrainian Revolution https i.imgur.com/jpg. The contrast between the worn riot shield in one of his hands and the cross in the other, along with his religious garb against his respirator is something I found incredibly powerful. A friend of mine likened him to a real-life paladin, there's something so battle-hardened about the look in his eyes. Probably already somewhere in here, but East German soldier defecting to West by jumping over the Berlin Wall when it was only barbed wire http://imgur.com wagner.jpg This happened on the third day of its construction and the picture became a symbol for the Cold War. Whole story can be found here https://n.wikipedia.org Wiki Konrad Schumann. #X200B I've a soft spot for this picture. http://fpc.state.fl.us commerce echo 23160.jpg, of an American Civil War veteran posing with a military jet. It really shows the incredibly progress made in the space of a lifetime, how one man could go from a battlefield on which muskets and cannon won the day to a world of rockets, missiles and supersonic aircraft. And there he is touching https media2.fdncms.com Orlando Imagery Original 2399398 Screenshot 2015-0602 at 6.54.47 pm.png jet. This https m.imgur.com Galerix Hioak 9 picture of two engineers who hug each other knowing that they're going to die. NASA's new ultra-high-res photo of this galaxy, http hubblesite.org Image 4305 News Release 2019-01 http hubblesite.org Image 4305 News Release 2019-01 I don't know if someone has posted this already, but the picture that changed the face of the AIDS, https changingthefacefaids.wordpress.com The Last Days of David Kirby, is one real deal. The photo of the child that was trapped under the debris of her house for 3 days before dying has to be up there https n.tem.wikipedia.org Wikiamiris %c3% a1 chis. Saxf2 auquij jv6 foj suquomco 0q9 quaxoakika. Many others from my top choices have already been said, but I haven't seen the Mars sunset, https imgur.com isk6n3g. Here yet, which never fails to blow my mind. Edit, I'm my first Reddit Silver. Thank you. Here are some more pictures from Mars if you guys are interested. Earth and Moon seen from a high-powered telescope orbiting Mars https imgur.com @0b NASA page explaining further https www.nasa.gov feature Jill Earth and its Moon is seen from Mars #x200b. Earth from surface of Mars https imgur.com I8fsju NASA page explaining further https climate.nasa.gov Climate array sources 89 Earth from Mars. Photo 51 https upload.wikimedia.org Wikipedia ENB2 Photo 51 X-ray diffraction image.jpg, the first photo showing the structure of DNA. Image taken by Rosalind Franklin in 1952. I couldn't name a single one, but here's a phenomenal photograph that I'm not sure if it has been mentioned yet. https n.tem.wikipedia.org Wikist Paul %27 survives. Probably not the greatest, but I'd like to share Fernando Ayuti's kiss https i1.wp.com new.il corpumano.net content uploads 201511 Ferdinando Ayuta bus co1.jpg SSL1 Fernando Ayuti was an Italian immunologist who passed away just a few days ago. This picture of him is extremely important because he's kissing a woman affected by HIV. He did this in 1991 in response to an article falsely claiming HIV could be transmitted by kissing, in a time when popular knowledge about HIV and AIDS was extremely vague. Sarajevo's Romeo and Juliet always get to me. https www.nbnews.com News World Bosnian War Anniversary Sarajevo's Romeo Juliet still resonate N723681 edit. NSFW It's a photo of two dead people. Sorry for not warning previously. I still think this photo of a plane crash happening is one of the best I have seen. https fearoflanding.com Photography The story behind an unbelievable photograph. https m.imgur.com Gallery ximsu4, not sure if that's how to link or not. One of my fave pics of World War II with a great story behind it. I like this one. Upload.wikimedia.org Wikipedia Commons 99 AS Japan's Tevo Filipovi %c4% 87.jpg Yugoslav partisan defying Nazis before hanging. Franz Lanting, Ghost Trees, has to be the wildest photo I have seen. I have had it ingrained in my head since the first time I saw it. It looks like a painting. http www.nhm.ac.uk Source visit v2018 large 104.jpg edit, add a different link. Not sure if that helps. This is also a really good video of France explaining the process and showing the pictures before and after this moment. Timing really is everything. https www.youtube.com watch them2 vhpfddc Virunga Ranger with Gorilla https static.independent.co.uk published thumbnails image 2018060417 Virunga Keeper Gorilla.jpg This picture contains a lot of powerful elements. The backstory is so sad. For those who are interested, check out Virunga on Netflix. Edit, so many great pictures and stories in this thread I never heard of. Thank you for all these submissions.